Hello friends, this is Gayatri Madan and I am here to explain you one of the practicals or experiment of engineering mechanics, which is determination of coefficient of restitution. This is in the curriculum of engineering mechanics for first year engineering, civil engineering in the syllabus of Savitribai Phule Pune University. Moving to the discussion part, let us start from impact. What is impact? Impact is when two bodies collide or dash during a very short period. This causes large impulsive forces to be exerted between the bodies. Now, if the bodies collide with the same central path, that is called as the central impact. In technical words, central impact occurs when the directions of motion of two colliding particles are along the line of impact. A very good example to this is two trucks traveling together in opposite direction dash center to center, or any two vehicles dashing center to center. This is called as the central impact. Another comparison like central impact is oblique impact. In case of oblique impact, you can see here in the diagram that the direction of motion of particle A and particle B are completely different, but they collide to each other at some point of time, and this is known as an oblique impact. This occurs when the direction of motion of both or one of the particles is at an angle to the line of impact. So you can see this directions make an angle theta here and phi here with the line of impact. A very good example of this is a car or a truck hitting a small vehicle like motorcycle from one of its corner. Since we have our today's discussion in relation with central impact, I am going to proceed in this direction for the further discussion. Central impact occurs when the velocity of two objects are along the line of impact, as I have discussed this before. Now, you have to recall that line of impact is line through the particle mass center. That is the mass center of point A and mass center of point B. This line of impact will be passing through these 2 points of mass centers for the object A and for the object B. Now once these particles come in contact with each other, if they are rigid, they get deformed. If they are not rigid, even then energy is transferred between the two particles. Now let us consider a situation where two bodies are moving towards each other. As you can see in this diagram, two bodies are moving towards each other. The velocities before the bodies dash to each other or before there is some impact between both the bodies, let the velocities be VA1 and VB1 for A and B object respectively. After the objects collide, let us assume that the velocities, final velocity, are VA2 and VB2. Now, we are known to the fact that the object A was traveling with the speed of VA and the object B was traveling with the speed of VB. These values of A and B are known to us, but we don't know the final velocities. And to determine these final velocities, we have to solve two equations. So what will be the two equations? The first equation is of conservation of linear momentum, which is the product of mass and velocity of the object before impact will be equivalent to the product of mass and velocity of the object after impact. We have to take the summation of both the bodies before impact will be equivalent to summation of the product of mass and velocity of the objects after impact. The second equation is involving our coefficient of restitution, what we are going to determine in this experiment or what we are going to study in this experiment. Now, what is this coefficient of restitution or where does it come from? It is basically a ratio of relative velocity of departure to the relative velocity of approach. That is, in simple words, you can say that it is a ratio of velocities of both the objects before impact, after impact to that of before impact. Now we had considered situation where the final velocities was VB2 and VA2. Difference of both is the relative velocity of departure. This difference of VA1 and VB1 is the relative velocity of approach. So from the equation, we get the complete understanding of what a coefficient of restitution is. This is also an indicator of how much energy is lost during the impact. The value of this symbol E, that is coefficient of restitution, lies between 0 to 1 always. I will explain you two extreme conditions where the collision is completely elastic, that is coefficient of restitution is 1, and the second case where the collision is having a plastic impact, where the coefficient of restitution is 0. So you can see here what are these two values. When E is 1, you have an elastic collision, that is no energy is lost and the relative separation velocity equals to relative approach velocity of the particle, which is a non-existing condition. The approachable velocity can never be equal to the velocity of separation. The second condition, so this is a E is equal to 1 is practically is a practical condition which cannot be achieved. About the second case where E is equal to 0, the relative separation velocity is 0. This might happen. A truck dashing a small motorcycle, after the impact, this might happen that the motorcycle moves with or moves along the truck, since the impact due to the velocity of truck was way much more than that of the velocity of the motorcycle. Now I am talking in a term which you cannot imagine. So let us get into a very simpler understanding experimental work setup. We are going to understand this concept of restitution via this example. What is the aim of today's experiment? It is to find the coefficient of restitution for impact between the bodies. Now we are going to prepare this kind of assembly. What will be the assembly? We are going to drop ball of different material from a particular height. So there will be two objects which will be having collision. One will be the surface of the ground or the base surface on which the ball is being dropped, and the another object will be the ball which will be having velocity. In this situation, one object is stagnant or not moving, or you can say at rest, and the other object is moving. So in this type of collision, what we are considering for our example, you can say that the another object has zero velocity. So the experiment is done in such a way that the ball of any of these material is being dropped from height of approximately 1 meter. So you will consider the scale, you will drop the ball from the top of the scale on any of the base material. Now when I go to the discussion of observation table, I will explain you this again. So the height, let us consider that from the height from which the ball is being dropped is capital H, and the height to which the ball rebounds is small h. Let us consider this for now. We have learnt a formula v square is equal to u square plus 2gs from our childhood in kinematics. Then another formula in case of this was learnt as v square is equal to 2gs, where v square is the final velocity after impact, u is the initial velocity before impact. So let us consider for our case the capital S here is represented as capital H, which is height of the ball drop, small h is the small h, which is height of the ball bounce. Solving the equation, we get the final form of equation as E is equal to under root of h upon h. So this is the formula to determine the coefficient of restitution. Now we will perform the practical and note the readings in the observation table. So I have made a permutation combination of three materials of ball and different materials of flooring. The ball material what I have used is plastic, rubber and sponge, and the base materials on which the ball bounces or the second object was wood, steel, tile flooring and the ground surfaces. The practical was done in the same manner. I will explain you first sample calculation of how this first sample calculation was done. You can see that the ball was made of plastic and it was bounced on a wooden table. The height from which the ball was dropped was 100 centimeters and the height to which the ball rebounded was 50 centimeters. Both the readings were noted down. So in the diagram you can see after dropping the ball from a height of 100 centimeters, it rebounded to a height of 50 centimeters. So based on our formula for coefficient of restitution, we have derived to this state that E is equal to under root of small h upon capital H, where you can see that E is equal to under root of where value of small h is 50, value of capital H is 100, and we take the ratio, get the value of E as 0.707. So here coefficient of restitution for this kind of impact of the plastic ball on a wooden surface has coefficient of restitution of 0.707. This kind of conclusions can be derived based on different type of ball material and different type of base material. The coefficient of restitution values varies, and based on that we can determine whether the collision was completely plastic, completely elastic, or towards plastic, towards elastic. For a better explanation, I have given a diagram here as well, which represents the initial velocity of the fall as small u and the capital velocity after impact, that is after the bounce, will be capital V. Thank you for listening to this video. Once again, I request you, if there are any kind of queries or whatever you understand from the video, please mention in the comment section after you listen to the video. Thank you again.